So, my dear Stelios, any questions so far?
No, I'm okay.
Very good. So you see, we have already gone past level 1A, because you now know, when we met at the school, you had a beginner level, which means no experience. Now you are already a level 1A rider, because you know how to take the kite out of the bag, inflate it, hold it on the beach, carry it on the beach, and finally park it safely. Very good. We are ready to talk about the setup. Which is basically the connection of our bar and the lines with our kite, which is a very sensitive point as well, because it includes our talk about safety systems and how we use them. So we can grab our bar, and at this point, for our setup, the connection of the bar and lines to the kite, we always have two choices. However, one of them is the safest and what the IKO recommends. So the first setup is the upwind one, which means I go to the front side of the kite, take my lines off the bar and start walking away towards the wind, upwind. That's why we call it upwind. The downwind setup, as you can understand, is exactly the opposite. I come to the back side of the kite, take the lines away and walk downwind. Now, there is nothing dangerous about the upwind setup, but the downwind setup is a lot safer. First of all. Secondly, it gives you a very, very clear image of all your lines. So as you take the lines off the bar and go downwind, you always have a look at where your lines are, because the most important thing in our setup is to make sure the lines will stay clear from each other. If we have lines crossed, then it's very dangerous. It might give you loss of control and an accident and a scenario for an accident.
Never get crossed.
Never get crossed. Always have to be super clear. So this is a typical short bar, and I'm talking about the bar being short because, my dear Stelios, there is a specific length of the lines. Most companies in the market produce 20 to 24 meter lines. This has only 7.5 meters of length. Can you please tell me why?
Really short.
Do we modify, the lines and make them so short in the beginning? Do you might have some kind of an idea?
For safety?
Yes, obviously for safety. Because, my dear Stelios, one thing that you should remember about the wind is a very simple wind effect. The higher you go, the stronger the wind. So if I gave you a 20-meter line bar now, you would have a lot more power in your hands compared to the 7.5 meters we have here. And since we are going to pilot the kite for the first time, we don't want the extra power. We are not water starting. That's why our bar is specially modified with a nice safety system, which is called front re-ride, and make sure that your safety system works. So
we call it short to kind of the lines, not this size.
Exactly. The length of the bar itself is universal. It's always the same. Of course, it can change a bit from company to company, and also bigger kites, in terms of kite sizes, have longer bars usually. But the thing is, the length of the lines is typical and ranges between 20, 22, maybe 24 meter lines. So like we were saying, we come at the back of the kite, we make sure, like we did before, that all our lines are stretched out and there is nothing tangled, especially on this part here, something like that, for example. That might be a little bit tricky for you to see, especially if the kite is down. So the moment we actually set up everything, we take the lines off the bar, we secure them with sand, like that. Try not to pull the bar while walking away and taking the lines off the bar.
Okay.
Here you go, my dear Stelios. It's super easy. Let's try and do it together. And of course we take all the lines away until there is absolutely nothing.